Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be going through my first run in map 8, day 1. This will be a full run, and I will also explain the nodes and how to do these fights. And also you will see in the future when I do these videos how team setup really does affect the way you play these fights. The nodes on here are, ignore the globals aren't really that important. It's right here. Vital strikes, where 250% of the defender's block damage that he deals to me, he will heal. There's also Lionheart and Bob and Weave, where if I do not intercept or dash back, they will have a guaranteed crit chance on me, and that will end up screwing me. Maw can absolutely cheese this path because guaranteed crits will always miss as long as you don't intercept. And that'll work with Maw. Now there is a counter to this. There is a node that when I dash back with Corvus or intercept, I gain these kinetic charges, and when I gain 4 of them, I have a 100% chance of perfect block. The elongated stun only happens in this fight, but yeah, I'm going to try and collect my charges in these fights. So that's pretty much the goal of what I'm going to do for the next 3 fights after. So that's the plan, at least. Punisher is annoying on this lane, and I'm once again going to be using Corvus. I only have paths in Section 1 and 2. I'm back up in Section 3 for the Peni Parker boss, and you will also see how to properly deal with that fight, and I will explain as I go along because it's a long fight. But here I'm trying to get intercepts and dashback so I take no block damage against this guy, because his special 1 can be dexed completely. It's not easy to do though, so I want to try and intercept or dash back as much as I can to get that kinetic shield up, and so that way I can perfect block him and his bullets. So yeah, because note his healing, he healed a bunch of health when I blocked the whole thing, because he heals 250% of the block damage. Right here he endures. So I don't want him throwing his special right there. He crits me through the block, and that's annoying. There I get a parry. I'm just going to pop my special 2 and kill him. But yeah, that's the goal when you bring in a champion and kill that War Machine, because that War Machine will give you the kinetic charge crossfight throughout this whole lane, and that's how you would, in map 8, go through the lane with the most success and not really trigger any of the BS abilities that are nodes that are here. Cable, his SP1 is impossible to dex. There I go for a light intercept and he stutter steps me and hits me, which is annoying, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. He's going to throw a special 1 and I'm going to perfect block all of it. Now right there, that was stupid. When you block a special and are that far back on the screen, you do not want to punish, or else you can get parried, or you can get intercepted, or they can just dash back and shallow evade you, and then it'll suck. I'm going to kill him with the special 2 here, but yeah. The same strategy is going to present itself throughout this fight too. Professor X here is annoying because he's projectiles. When I fight Professor X, what I like to do is do medium, light, 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 or medium, light, light, and back off so that way he can dash at me. His medium is not a projectile, so it can be parried. Every other one of his attacks, like his light attacks and final mediums, are projectiles, so he can cause me to not parry him because they're non-contact. Right here, I'm going to wait out I'm going to hit him after the special 1 finishes and let him keep channeling to get rid of his falter. He's being pretty stingy with the intercepts for the most part, but I'm going to throw a combo SP1 and he'll be dead. So that's pretty much that fight. And that's how you would want to do that path in general. Alright, these next 2 fights are not on my path, but I was assigned them anyway. And this is Flux Dispersal, right back at it, and Pull. So projectiles do 100% more damage, and non-projectiles do 75% less damage, which is annoying, but it's not a big deal because CGR has projectile special too. Now, Flux Dispersal, every time I hit her, she will gain... that number will go up, and that will reduce my damage by 5% until it goes to 100% when she hits 20 of those. Now right there I'm trying to wait out that right back at it, because when I knock her down, she goes debuff immune for the next 8 seconds, and that is not fun at all. So right there, yeah, I'm going to knock her down again. She's going to buff immunity me. This is a long fight. I would bring in a Human Torch for this fight, or someone who can do damage over time, because damage over time cannot be reduced by Flux Dispersal. Only your basic attacks, heavy attacks, and special attacks, including your SP3, can be reduced by that damage cap. So now I'm doing next to no damage, so now I need to knock her down again, and wait out this debuff immunity timer. I'm going to parry her and throw, or I'm going to block that, actually, because I don't want to trigger Dex. Now I'm going to throw my SP2, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So there, unfortunately. I try and go for a light intercept, and it flops. I'm going to heavy counter her. It's very risky to heavy counter Black Widow Clairvoyant, because she's a very quick heavy, so I would not do that. It's a long fight. I'd bring in a Torch for that fight, or a DOT champ that doesn't rely on bleed to handle her if you want to get through that fight faster. Falcon, he's not immune to any debuffs, so I would bring in a debuff champ, but the exact same nodes are there, except my buffs can't be nullified on contact like Claire can, defensively as well. This fight's going to be much simpler, but it's still going to be long. It's going to be a longer fight, so that's going to be a factor, unfortunately. I'm going to wait out that debuff immunity timer, and then pop my special 2. It's going to deal a nice amount of damage. Then debuff immunity again. Except this time, he's going to be stingy with the intercepts. And we're going to knock him down. I'm just going to abuse him in the corner with my heavy attacks. And just keep on. I want him to stay on his side of the wall as much as possible, because this is a very annoying fight. This is going to do it. No, this is not going to do it, because this guy just will not go down. Now he's down. This is not a fun path whatsoever, so it's a bit of a slog, but you get the idea. Okay, this Odin is not my fight, but it doesn't have a lane killer fight, so I'm going to get through it anyway so I can do my section 2 before I go to sleep. So, this fight has the main thing you need to look out for is your double determination. And armor breaks and parries have double the effects of redouble determination. Basically, debuffs give him 65% more attack and 20% combat power rate per debuff, and armor rates and parries have double. That's pretty much that. It's a bit annoying, but yeah. This path is Ebb and Flow Intercept, Arrogance, and Faltering Mind, meaning falter effects are a second longer. You gotta intercept them to remove the protection, or else it reduces my damage by quite a bit, and every 10 hits on my combo will call it. Every 10th hit on my combo will put a miss on me. CGR, however, counters miss, so I won't have to worry about it. The lane killer thing is when I parry, I gain 1 vigilance. When I intercept, and you're going to see it here, I gain 2. And when I also intercept, I also have the... what's its face? The thing. The Ebb and Flow Fury. That'll do it. But yeah, basically when you get an intercept, and if you have a champ like CGR or Corvus, who have ridiculous special damage, that will basically end the fight. Captain Marvel movie isn't hard whatsoever. This is a joke of a fight. The exact same strategy. You want to intercept to get rid of the protection. Make sure it doesn't come back up when you're doing big damage on special attacks, because that is annoying. Now right here I'm trying to hammer in intercepts as much as I can. She is not being cooperative at all, and that's starting to really make it harder for me to get into the rhythm of this fight. I got another light intercept there after hitting her on the block. There is the miss timer. Now here I'm going to wait out the protection because I want to deal my max damage. I get an intercept there. I'm going to throw my SP2 and that will end the fight. Or no, it will not end the fight. She's going to get to her special too. I'm going to parry and go for a clutch combo to end the fight, and that will do it. The next one is Hercules. This fight is annoying. This is a very annoying fight because Hercules, when you do a medium dash back or a medium light dash back against him, he will put his Infuriate on you. And the key thing here is that it reduces my offensive ability accuracy by 60%. So it does make it harder for me to do this fight. Actually, when I don't finish my combos, it comes on me. Never mind, that's my fault. Right there, I'm going to try and not trigger Dex the best I can. And I don't have a Vigilance on me from the crossfight thing, so I have to wait for that. Now, I'm going to try and get an intercept here, and he's not doing it. He's not playing along. There I get an intercept, and he's back in a special one, so I'm going to wait this out. I'm going to pop my heavy attack. I'm going to throw my special, and this will trigger his immortality. Or no, it actually missed because I didn't have Vigilance charges. Never mind. Now I'm going to go for an intercept right there. And my damnation triggered, so he didn't go immortal. So that will end that. So pretty annoying, but we got through it in the end. Okay, so here I go to the right, I hit Portal B to get to the Peni Parker boss. This fight is much more annoying than when I did it in a duel. I'm not going to talk about Red Skull, that fight is an absolute joke with Corvus, because when I parry, his armor ups convert to armor breaks, and I just totally wreck him. I'm not even going to bother with that fight. I'm going to talk about Peni Parker again, because this fight will be over very quickly, actually with Venom Pool, believe it or not, I'm going to use him. He was who I was going to use for the boss. What I did not pay attention to is the node on Penny that you need to knock her down to get rid of the protection. It's not ebb and flow, because I don't gain an attack bonus. She just has a protection, and I have to knock her down, and it becomes much more annoying to kill her with that up. What you want to do against Penny, because there's Conflictor, so when I put a debuff on her, she's gonna nullify it, or actually shrug it off, and gain power. That was a total noob error. I had no idea Red Skull could do damage to me if I was power drain immune, but apparently he can. I learned my lesson from that quite quickly. But I'm just going to I'm not going to worry about commentating this fight at all. I'm just going to tell you what makes that Penny annoying. She has a protection when at the start of the fight, and it goes on cooldown for 15 seconds when you knock her down. Now, the key with Penny, she can resist your heavy. That makes that fight infinitely more annoying, because the only way to do full damage to her block is to get rid of that protection. And the only way you can actually hit her safely while she has her Spider Sense charges is through, you can't really hit her when she has her Sing Shield and Spider Sense charges. So you'll see why I struggled so much in this fight to gain traction. Not just a YouTube notification, ignore that. I didn't remember to put on Do Not Disturb. So here's the node that really makes this annoying. Make a stand and Conflictor. Enhanced SP1 I don't care about. Heavy Assault is what I can take advantage of, especially with champs like Corvus. I didn't realize this until I actually did it. So what I'm going to try to do without sucking is knock her down, and I do get caught by Conflictor definitely in this fight. Because when I'm hitting her through block on that protection, it's doing no damage. It's not doing anything. It's so minuscule, and her health is so high that it's really starting to... Like there I actually do my full damage, but I'm not gaining much traction in this fight, and there she auto-blocks me because she had her Spider Sense charges up, which is annoying. Extremely annoying. Yeah, there she gains a Spider Sense charge because she put a heal block on me. I'm gonna eat the SP1. I didn't play well in this fight. So I'm gonna die in this fight, and I won't even do any damage to her, and it's already been a minute, and I did nothing. So that's a bit of a bummer, but, you know, you learn from your mistakes. So I'm gonna do this fight again with Venom Pool and Revive. Here's the thing. What you want to do, before she hits a bar of power, you want to knock her down so you deal your full damage. If you can deal your full damage, you can get her Sing Shield down much faster through hitting her through block 4 times and backing off. That will definitely help, and that will make it easier for you to get her Sing Shield off before she can even get to an SP1 and do her full damage. I'm going to heavy counter here. Now it's gone, and now you're going to notice how much better the block damage will be and how much quicker her Sing Shield's going to be. So now, if I strike her right here, auto block, it did no damage to me because I'm power burn immune, but now I want to Hit her through block again. This will do no damage for protection. Heavy counter. Pretty ugly one, but we got it. And we're going to try. I'm trying to get her to block so I can hit her. I don't know what that was. But I'm trying to do what I just did there and hit her through block and get that sync shield down. Now it's down, so now it'll be easier to heavy. Now I can reliably heavy her when she has her spider sense charges because her sync shield isn't up. And I'm trying to bait a heavy, but she's not doing it. Now she is. I botched the heavy counter, but it's safe. Note how much damage my heavies did there. A lot of damage because of heavy assault. The sync shield's about to come back up, and it does nearly catch me, but I was paying attention, so we're good. She's going to hold block again, mercifully, and now you're going to see when I try and go for a heavy counter, she's going to resist it twice. I'm very fortunate that I didn't get hit there, but now the sync shield is gone, so now I can reliably heavy her in the face right there. That was ugly again. I got to work on the spacing there. But yeah, now we're going to get the Fury buffs. Now things are going to get much smoother from here, which is great. I am going to end up dying in this fight again because she's going to resist me and then smack me dead. So yeah, there's a lot to pay attention to. The best counters for this fight are chances to do a lot of heavy attack damage. Magneto, Corvus Glaive with his Glaive charges, Hercules, Captain America Infinity War, and Hyperion are going to be some of the best counters of this fight because they have a lot of heavy damage. Right there, I botched the parry like an idiot. And yeah, heavy counter there, it does a lot of damage. I'm going to re-parry and go for my light attack, power gain. So I'm going to throw my SP2 and it's going to do a lot of damage. That's good. But I would not have done that because she could have very easily auto-blocked and I could have been doomed right there. That was a fat heavy. I don't know if she auto-blocks me or she doesn't. I'm going to throw my special to try and kill her. It doesn't work. I hit her through block and yeah, this fight's just... This is a very annoying fight, but at least you know the strat. You want to bring in champs that do a lot of heavy attack damage, because that will get through her health quickly. Champions like Corvus, who can hit through the block, are phenomenal against her. Corvus is the best counter to this fight, and it's not even close. His heavies will do a lot of damage with his glaives up with heavy assault, and you can, even with the protection up, his crits through the block deal so much damage, and you're going to see it here. Her sync shield goes down so incredibly quickly with my glaive strikes to the block. So now I'm going to heavy her, and she's going to be dead. Like that. I do eventually do this strategy, and it works out wonderfully, but champions who have a lot of heavy damage, or crit through the block, or can go unblockable, are the best to deal with her. So that's pretty much what you would want to do, and that is the strat for dealing with her. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or flex on the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything new, and I'll see you soon.